If you are a Democrat voter, fantastic breaking news occurred just a few hours ago today, because you know the Democrat Party is in absolute shambles right now. They are leaderless. They're wandering around completely lost and searching desperately for that person who's going to rally them all together. Is it Gavin Newsom? Is it Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Is it Jasmine Crockett? Who will lead the Democrat Party to the future and run for president in 2028? None of the people currently seem like a good selection until now. In a groundbreaking interview, Hunter Biden has made a strong hint that he might be running for president in 2028. And in that same interview, he has gone on in a campaign speech-like fashion to talk about what matters to him the most. I'm going to cover that all right here on American Advocates. First and foremost, one of the most important things to Hunter Biden clearly is transparency and truth, which is why in this interview, he openly admitted to his father, Joe Biden, being drugged up during his presidency. Take a listen.
I know exactly what happened in that debate. He flew around the world, basically, the mileage that he could have flown around the world 3 times.
Yeah.
He's 81 years old. He's tired as They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights.
You got to applaud the transparency. Hunter Biden is somebody who's known for his honesty and truth and principles. And it's just great to hear a future Democrat presidential candidate just telling it like it is. Very refreshing. Good job, Hunter. Now, on to the next important segment that happened during this interview. Hunter Biden recognizes the need to rebuild the Democrat Party so he doesn't shy away from coming at a bunch of key figures in the Democrat Party and key donors and supporters, letting us all know how he truly feels. Take a listen to this.
Him, and everybody around him. I don't have to be nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. George Clooney is not a actor. He is a I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. You. What do you have to do with anything? Why do I have to listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the New York Times to me and James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 years, and David Axelrod, who had one success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama. And that was because of Barack Obama, not because of David Axelrod. And David Plouffe and all of these guys, and the Pod Save America guys, who were junior speechwriters, they're all going to insert their judgment over a man who has figured out, unlike anybody else, how to get elected to the United States Senate over 7 times, how to pass more legislation than any president in history, how to have a better midterm election than anybody in history, and how to garner more votes than any president that has ever run. And they're going to replace their judgment for his.
You got to love just the sheer love for his father in this interview, reminding them all about that incredible 2020 election that definitely wasn't rigged, where his father managed to dominate in the elections and pull in more votes from the Americans than ever before. And I love how he points out the totally not corrupt history of his father, Joe Biden, and how he managed to win the Senate seat 7 times and have excellent midterm runs. Just phenomenal passion out of Hunter Biden there. Just coming after people, too, that are irrelevant. James Carville, the former Bill Clinton advisor. David Axelrod, like he said, has done absolutely nothing, which is completely true, actually, as well as George Clooney. I like the rant against George Clooney. You know, the guy that outed Joe Biden for being completely incompetent and incoherent. But now it's really time to dig deep and see what Hunter Biden's view is on major policies that a president would be overseeing, like immigration, for instance. Here's Hunter Biden's stance on immigration.
Be like all these Democrats say, you have to talk about and realize that people are really upset about illegal immigration. You. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your garden.
Again, just an excellent Democrat talking point right there from Hunter Biden. This is clearly presidential material right here, bringing up the major point that nobody seems to think about nowadays, certainly not Republicans, when it comes to advocating for illegal immigrants being in America. Who will get on their hands and knees and scrub our floors for $3 an hour if we kick all of these people out? Who's going to get on their hands and knees and clean our toilet bowls after we take a massive crap in them? Certainly not regular Americans. We need illegal immigrants from another country to do that. Who's going to go out to our fields and pick our crops for us in the blazing heat, working 12 to 14-hour days for $2 to $3 an hour? Certainly not American citizens. Like he said, who's going to do the dishes? The Republicans just don't think about the need for this borderline free labor to exist in our country. But thank God for Hunter Biden. He 100% connects the dots when it comes to the need for that and all of these low-level jobs that nobody respects and nobody wants to do. That's why we need illegal immigrants. We need them to come in and work for next to nothing to do the jobs that are beneath us. Thank you, Hunter. And in a beautiful transition, he then goes on to point out that not only are illegal immigrants needed in our country, but also white men aren't.
He's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the criminals. White men in America are 45 more times likely to commit a violent crime than an immigrant. And the media says, well, you got David Axelrod and, Rahm Emanuel. So smart Rahm Emanuel. And said, we got to understand that these people are really mad. And we got to appeal to these white voters. Rahm, the only people that appealed to those white voters was Joe Biden, 81 years old. And he got 81 million votes. And he did not because he appeased their Trumpian sense, but because he challenged it. And he said, you can be an 81-year-old Catholic from Scranton that doesn't understand it, but still has empathy for transgender people and immigrants. And then nobody said, oh, Joe Biden's going to turn us into a socialist state, no matter how much they said it. But these guys think that we need to run away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, you. How are we getting those people back from El Salvador? Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in 2 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 3 years from now, I would pick up the phone and call the president of El Salvador and say, you either send them back or I'm going to invade. It's a crime what they're doing.
And there you have it. There's the presidential talk from Hunter Biden. If he was president in 2 years from now, he would invade El Salvador to get back the illegal immigrant MS-13 gang members who were wrongfully deported out of America and sent to Seacot prison there. And it just takes somebody as virtuous as Hunter Biden to recognize that. We wrongfully deported these MS-13 gang terrorists out of America, and we've thrown them into this cruel prison that they certainly don't deserve. So much so that we absolutely should be invading El Salvador and taking them all back. I have a feeling that in 2027, we might see a campaign speech come out of this brilliant man, this brilliant heir to the Biden family. And it brings a lot of comfort to me to know that somebody like this might run as the Democrat candidate for 2028. And finally, just to wrap all of this up, Hunter Biden goes on to openly accept who he is, and he talks so comfortably about his imperfections.
Because they think cocaine, Scarface, very cool. Yeah. Crack cocaine, they think The Wire.
Oh, in that sense, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't know how similar the chemical compounds are.
Oh, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally. That's it.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly, vastly different. And, like, for real, does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
And there you have it. I think when it comes to the Democrat Party, that is the leader they are looking for. Hunter Biden is rising up like a phoenix to carry on his father's legacy. Gavin Newsom would never have a chance. AOC, not a chance. Jasmine Crockett, not a chance. But Hunter Biden is the hero the Democrat Party needs right now. And he's rising to the occasion. All right, if you enjoyed this parody video, this obvious parody video, give this video a like and subscribe to American Advocates for more content like this. Leave a comment down below as well. Hunter Biden is a mess. Let's be straight up honest. This is what happens when you're born into privilege the way he's been born into. Hunter has lived a very easy and privileged life, and it shows. He is a bitter former drug addict. And you can tell by the way he talks, the way he speaks. It's terrible. Let me know what you think, though, and thanks for watching.